Hey guys, welcome back to our Healthy Body, Healthy Mind challenge. My name's Shawn Cyr. I'm hosting our episodes. We got Luke Cyr and Mike Cyr with us tonight, going over our 12th episode. As a friend would say, the penultimate, which is the second to last. We've got one more to go. So just sort of to set up where we were last time, Luke, when you and I were chatting, um, you talked about a few things like the reverse bear, some blood pressure numbers. You shared the Willie Greco story. You were closing with some faith, and you were pretty um, good and honest about how things were going physically. And what that challenge is actually built for you. And I shared the same for myself. So tonight, what I want to do is go a little bit deeper. Um, I don't want to go over what's changed for us. I want to maybe go into what it showed us. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about who you are, what you're doing this for, what's actually driving it beyond the foundation. Um, and we're going to kind of pop into this one at a time. So Luke, you'll have the floor first. And here's how I want to start. So when we were talking about all those things, you did throw out there, talking with Uncle Dave, and he was telling you that, caddying might become second one day. And you've already said that you've talked to the GM about starting a bit later, um, and how you've got this other mission in mind that's going to take up some of your time. Um, and I know that that's a real decision. It's not something you just sort of threw out there as a possibility. So the question is, what's driving that?
What's driving that? And it's great. It's a great question because I just had that conversation with a friend of mine who's willing to come on that journey with me, and it's about as perfect as you think of coming off the school and the way the story I'm going to play out for everybody, which is perfect for me, and how caddying saved my life, and how cabin has been so amazing. I got a new family, I have a purpose, and all these other things, and that's so great and wonderful if Luke Cyr wants to live out his life that way and his family gets to appreciate that. Anybody he caddies for gets to appreciate that. But if he's got the knowledge and the will how and the work ethic that goes behind something like this to give someone else the same life I have, and only thing I have to do is sacrifice a small part of my life. So maybe I don't get to caddy 6 months of the year. I only caddy 4. But if I can do the plan and do the stuff that we want to get forward, I can give somebody the same life as I have. And just like that second gala we had, the ripple effects. Do not understand the ripple effects of a saved life. Look at the ripple effects of just my life being saved. And what if I could do that for 4? And then 4 becomes 8, and 8 becomes 16, and 16 becomes 32, and 32 becomes 64, and 64 becomes 128. You know what I mean? I can't believe I did that math, but I can do it.
I was
So
shocked.
it's willing to say, okay, I have this great opportunity. Everything's been, I know how to do it and how to give it to someone else. Why would I just suck back and say, okay, I'm only going to take care of myself? The foundation, me speaking and me putting myself forward, I'd see that as a phony in my eyes, not everybody else's eyes. Everybody say, you did this, Luke, you did this, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But if I have that opportunity and I have the people backing behind me to give someone that same life, that's my motivation to see someone one day better than me. I've never had any children, but they say the one thing on life your father wants is you to be better than he was. So I never had any kids, but if this is going to be my baby, I would love to just pale it. I'd love to be begged for a job at a cabin. Can I have a job? Can I have a job? No, no, no. There's too many people better than you. That's my dream. And so if I can give people the same life I have with that same formula, it worked for me. It's not going to work for everybody. And I don't know if this is going to work, but if it does, and I save one life, you save the world.
All right. So,
Absolutely.
so when we talk about the life you have, are we talking about caddying specifically, or are we talking about the change in the mental well-being, or it could
I
be both?
think I think not just the caddying, the caddying almost, if you put it on a list, it falls about 10, maybe 15. Look at mom, dad, you guys, my nieces, my nephews, Josh and those kids going to that Blue Jay game, watching the Blue Jays Yankees. And I'm gonna say here right now, I'm a Yankees fan. And out of the kindness of my heart, I set my brother, and he's gonna have the greatest time of his life. That's what it's not like. That's what it's about. Luke Cyr's not here. That don't happen. The ripple effects of this life is so great. And if I can just find more, and everybody gets on board, look what we can do to the world. We're not going to save the world. We're going to change the world. Yeah, we're not going to save it, but we're going to. And I don't know if we want to get into that phone call I made to you on Saturday night, Dad.
That's
Bawling my
okay.
eyes out, and I don't
Yeah.
care. I was
Care
bawling
what?
my eyes out on the ground. You know why? Because I looked at this fire pit that I built, and in it was just lest we forget. And I thought about my buddy Scotty, and his daughter never got the opportunity to call her dad. I call my dad, and you can ask him. I will pick on him, I bug him, I laugh, we scream and yell, we joke. But you know what? I called him and just to tell him I'm calling you because I can call you. And I love you more than life itself. And I'm not going to take that ever for granted. So if I'm going to work to give someone that opportunity, if they want to sit in a field, bawling their eyes out to call their dad to ruin his hockey game, he's going to mute the TV and he's going to talk to him because I want to give someone else that opportunity. And that's why that's what pushes me. That's what motivates me. People are like, well, you can take it. Yeah, relax. I'm not going to relax. I don't want to.
All right. Well, that sounds like
You
a
know, you
perfect
talk about
connection to
ripple
me.
effects. They don't forget how you brought us there a couple times, like you brought me there a couple times, and you brought the boys, like everybody there. And what you said about how I want you guys to be better and to do better than, and you guys have shown me that you can and you have.
Oh,
So
thank you.
I'm very proud of all my boys. Very, very proud. And I do nothing but brag about you guys.
Well, you're welcome.
Even when I see the cops, Shawn, I say, "Hey, do you know Shawn Cyr? Oh yeah, good guy, eh? Oh yeah, he was a good guy. Yeah, he's a good guy." What are they gonna say? No?
Slow down, Mr. Cyr. Thank you very much. Slow
Yeah,
down.
please stop speeding so he doesn't have to tell me to write you a break here.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. I like how you dug into that one and shared it. Luke, it's real. It's nice. Switching gears. So last time we were talking, you said the one hang up for you was nutrition. That you had somebody that was gonna. We know Sudsy's gonna give you a hand, sort that out. How's that coming along?
Um, so I don't like the options that have been put forward because there's a lot of eating, and it's like, yes, I understand. I just know I can't. So he's like, just relax. When you get there, just explain to me because it's hard to do over the phone back and forth. Um, so we're still hung up on that. And I'm still floating at 217 because I weigh myself at night now because I don't like seeing 213 on the scale to get up in the morning and go to the washroom. No, I weigh myself at night. I'm the only person probably in Canada or maybe or on earth who weighs himself at nighttime. But I'm sitting at 217. But we're
What
going to
happened?
figure a plan out. We're going to figure a plan out, but it's got to be a healthy thing. It can't
Yeah.
be an unhealthy thing like this. We've come this far with
Yep.
a healthy body, healthy mind. We have to
Hmm.
go even farther because it's not like, okay, now what do I do again? How do I start this? No, it's a whole lifestyle change. It's a whole mindset change. So knowing what I can do in the winter, if it's restrict this or increase this in the summer, increase this, restrict this. It's all stuff that has to balance out in one type of formula. It's not like, okay, I did healthy body, healthy mind. Whew, thank God May's here. Let's go. No, what happens? You can't rinse and repeat. Not at our age, and not with what I want to do. The nutrition side is pales in compared to the mental side, but it's still so important and so key. But we're going to sit down when I'm face to face with the man, not him trying to think this is what you do. I understand what you're going to tell your client who this you have to factor in the whole caddy thing and how the
Yep.
lifestyle is, right? It's
Yep.
not. It's you eat in the morning sometimes, then you eat at night. Like, so how do we figure this out? And how do we make sure that maybe if it's me, I don't know. He's going to come up with a plan though, because he's got no other choice. He's dropping his kid off and he wants to take him home or leave him here. You come up with a plan, Shawn.
I'm gonna send you a little fanny pack you can carry snacks around in. Protein bars or granola bars.
Yeah.
Work for Tiger Woods. I know when we got this going, the big thing for you, Luke, was that the caddy season gives you a structure. So it's kind of like the plan's already set. You just got to show up, follow that plan. And we talked about how planning and having a routine is good for us when we're doing this part. So if the caddy season gives you that automatically, um, and the challenge then required you to build something in the off season and try not forcing it, you think that those two things uh, do or did the same thing for you, or are they different?
They're completely different because one is therapeutic and one is surviving. Does that make any sense?
Kind of, yeah. Jump into the surviving part. I understand. You mean therapeutic was the caddying and talking to people and caring. You got, yeah, yeah, yeah. So talk about the
But
surviving
the
part.
surviving part is being in your Zen garden, which is away from people and alone
Yeah.
and your peace and quiet. But then there's also that Luke Cyr inside you that loves loves a crowd, loves someone to talk to, loves someone to say, "Hey, I listened to your story." And sure, I've relied heavy, and you guys know I've relied heavy through text and through phone calls, especially back home. But you can't if you hang your hat on that, then you're going to fail because you have to find different options. So things I have planned for next, like, but like we planned through the fall and through like Christmas and in the beginning of the winter time before anything else kicks off. I've set things in motion where I'm gonna have almost like so I have to plan something for Saturdays, but it's gonna take me a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'm trying to find ways to keep myself happy because all these things is gonna help people, but you're still in survival mode because you're trying to find things to do and try and find ways to escape your peaceful Zen garden of your loneliness. It's not healthy. You know it's not healthy, so you have to escape it. But you're so comfortable there. So it's a great place to fall back on, which I do. I have this place I can always fall back on this house, but it's not healthy. So I have to factor in the healthy to go with it. But when it comes to caddying and when it comes to the other the other 6 months, it's completely it's yeah, it's a yin and yang. It's a flip of a coin. Everybody says, "Were you ready?" I see you guys this week. You ready to caddy again? I said I was ready on October 22nd, 2025. I shit you not. I was ready right after the caddy tournament. It would have been a struggle to get out there at 7, but I'd have been there. But again, healthy body, healthy mind. These are the things you have to think about and prepare for because it's not like you just get to the end of the yellow brick road and there's no flying monkeys there. Figure a way that you're going to have to handle this.
Okay. So going forward, like you talked about, there's going to be more seasons ahead. You've got plans for all that. Is that what you're working on now? Is like you trying to figure out that routine that works, that brings you can keep the peace, but get out of the chaos that the peace brings, if I'm
I think
understanding
it
you
like
right?
a lot of things I do in life, as sporadic as I am, we've all
Yeah.
said it, most people's lives play out as they did from what job they got to where they are. And it's a pretty mundane life where mine plays out like a Forrest Gump movie. I don't know what's ever in the horizon for me because I'm always, I think, looking for something. I don't know if I like normalcy. I don't think I don't think I thrive on it. I think I always need a challenge and or something. You give me 2 days by myself and there's nothing on the go. I get confused. I get lost. I start calling my dad 3, 4 times. Did I call you already? Thank God his memory's so bad. He probably fucking forgot I called him the first time, which is a win. But at the end of the day, it's not something you can fall back on or hang your hat on. I'm never content. It's like, oh great, everything's perfect. All right, well let me go find something else to do. I don't. That's always the way I've always been, and that's just who I am. But to anybody else out there, if you could find happiness, hold on to it. Don't be like me. You got to chase it somewhere else.
Yep.
I
Usually.
remember every phone call.
I know.
The computer didn't get that good yet.
People still bring up the root sweater thing. That's 2 years ago. People still bring it up. You remember? You remember when you root sweater with your dad? Because everybody knew.
Too friggin' much.
You think you've seen something, you ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah. I wear that root sweater still. Honest to God, I wear it today. God bless you. Good. When it's cool, I wear it. When it's
Oh,
cool.
yeah, because it's a good sweater.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
All
gonna switch people.
right.
I'm asking questions. So Dad, off to you.
Yeah.
Um, we're gonna look at change. So Luke and I have been pretty steady on this. He jumped in, Dish jumped in. Different people have seen it and maybe caught glimpses of things. But you've said before that with Luke, it seems the dark periods are getting shorter. And if you had to name one thing specifically different about Luke now, something that you've actually watched happen, not just something like a feeling or an idea, like what would that be? An event or something he's done or doing?
Well, what I notice is that he's in a happier mood than he's like sometimes in the past. He uh he was kind of grumpy and miserable, but bitching about this and that. Doesn't do that too often anymore. I noticed that about him. I noticed that he's just happier guy, and I can understand why, because he's doing so much for everybody. And that's, I would say that's his mission right now, to do that. And he's going to go down, and everybody's going to remember him for that, for what he's done and what he's doing. So that's one big change I saw in him. And in you,
Oh, okay,
you
go
you
ahead.
no, did
Oh,
you want me to did you want me to say what I see in you, or
hey, yeah, it's open. Go for it.
you
I'm
know
a
what? I
big boy.
haven't seen too much of a change in you. I noticed that. What the hell? How could I put that?
Bluntly.
No, like before you, like when you were working on with the police,
Hmm.
pretty serious guy all the time.
Yep.
So like I see you smile a little bit more now. You don't have that cop mentality anymore, like you used to have. It was I mean, the police are all the same. It's bred in them. It is. Like you get that, you see all that shit all the time, and I don't blame police for being the way they are. You know, I mean, there. I've never had a bad experience with a police officer, but what I saw in you, I used to worry about it because it's too much police work. It's too much, and but now I see it different. I see it's a little bit different now because you're not in that pollution anymore, because that's what it is. Pollutes your brain. But I'm happy for you guys. Like I'm really happy for you guys. I'm happy for Luke that he's in a spot where he likes to be and wants to be, and I'm happy for you because you're going into that spot. Like I don't know how long it's going to take, but you'll get there. You have the support. You have your family, your kids, your wife. Everybody supports you. I support you. Your mother supports you. Your brothers. So just hang in there. That's all, man. It's all going to come back to, like roses for everybody.
That's the hope.
Just don't be grown up to be miserable like your old man. Right there. No, we're too
Just stay
much like our
smiling.
mom. You're too much like your.
Wow. I'm just gonna leave that one out there to float around.
Oh, I could come back with a couple. I could come back with a couple right now, but I'm not going to
Next
say
question.
nothing. Next question.
Next question. And no
Next
comment.
question.
Um, so what if let's jump into your own shift, your own change. So you talked about that you've been sort of settling down, learning to hold back before you say something you'll regret, being happier than before. So I mean that doesn't just show up all by itself.
No,
Was there something that happened specifically that started that shift,
you know
or
what I think? You know what I think it is? I think it's age. I think as like the older you get, with some people, I guess with me, is you start thinking a little bit. You think back to what you used to do, and people you've hurt for just saying something stupid, and you think back to that and you go, why did I say that? So now if I get pissed off or get upset, I just stop. I just chill right out and I don't say nothing because I don't want to say anything and I don't want to hurt anybody. So I just keep quiet. And I don't know. I feel better. I don't know if that's the reason why I feel better, but I feel better about everything, really. I see that you guys are doing good. Josh is doing good. But poor Josh got to go to work every day, 12 hours a day, whatever it is. Maddie, I don't know. Is he working yet, Shawn, in Sudbury? Is he?
Matt,
Yeah.
he's not in Sudbury. He's here in town. They're talking about some possible layoffs in the next few months, and then he's going to maybe go to the mines.
Yeah. Well, he's doing pretty good, though.
Yep.
Hey, he's having a ball with the stock market stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
he's doing good.
The next Warren Buffett.
Is he? Next Warren Buffett.
I don't know. He's trying. He's trying. If he hits the things he's got,
You know
he'll
what?
be
As long as he doesn't forget how to spell my name, it's Luke.
What?
As long as he doesn't forget how to spell my name, Luke on the checks, Matt. I don't. Shit. Luke, not C. What's wrong with you?
No, you guys are doing good, and it makes me happy.
Yeah.
And myself, I'm just trying to chill out more. I just try not to say anything to hurt anybody, and words do hurt, and people don't. Not all people, but there's some people that never forget. You know what I'm saying? It's always in the back of the mind. It's in the computer. It might be in down there in a dark spot, but you never forget. Never.
No.
So you
And
got to
that's the
watch
thing
what you
too,
say,
Dad.
boys.
Like part of the healthy mind side of things, right? Like we had that conversation when I was in the car, and I flat out said, I don't ever want to be around someone who's gonna call someone other than by their name.
Yeah.
Like if you're Chris or you're Tariq or you're Sarah or you're Samdi or whoever you are, that's your name. And I am the most guilty person for straying from that mindset. But I'm a better person now, and like I said, I feel so good not acting that way or showing people that side of me because of hate that I developed over in a Middle Eastern country, which was wrong. No, I'm so much better mentally by just not by taking that out of my vocabulary, and anybody who's around me, I let them know, please don't speak like that around me. And people honor it. It's unbelievable. I thought no one will go for it. And everybody's like, yeah, you're right. And it does so much better for the soul and mind not to be hateful. Like you said, what the hell? What good does it do you? What good does it do
Yeah.
you? It doesn't do you any good.
Absolutely
So
right.
you're proud of yourself at the end of the day. Good. Go to sleep on your pillow. What did you prove? Nothing.
But I can understand how you got that way to
Yep.
start being in the Middle Eastern country and not knowing what was going to happen at
Yeah.
any minute.
Yeah.
And you looked around and you saw them. You saw the bad guys. So like they're trying to do to you what you were trying to do to them. And what were they saying about you? What did they say about Canadians?
Yeah.
Right? What do they say about Americans?
Yeah. But that's what I realized is what they said. Not what my friend Jim over here back in Canada, he didn't do nothing. So I can't judge people. I can judge the people who
Absolutely
were
right.
after
Yeah.
me. I just can't judge everybody else. But the problem with me was it was so easy to put everybody under a blanket, and it was wrong. But I tell you, my soul, I could tell you to do 100 push-ups or 1,000 push-ups. Doesn't compare to just walking around being kind and not spouting hate. Hate is like a disease in the body. It is. Like I like to free yourself of hate it was one of the best things I did. And it took an incident here in town for that to happen. And you guys know the incident. It was unbelievable act of kindness from somebody that I said,
Yeah.
you know what, Luke? Enough. and enough is enough. So enough is enough. So I don't act that way no more. So what you see is what you get in public. That's who it is, and that's who I should be, because I could be that person 100% of the time, not just 95% of the time when it's convenient for me. No, 100% of the time is what you're getting is what you're getting.
Good. It's good.
Dad, you want to go a little deeper?
Yeah,
No,
yeah, you do.
I'll throw one at you here.
I don't
Luke's
want to
like
go deep.
ever.
I don't want to go
Do
deep.
it. Sweet. I'll throw it out. You can say no comment. But you've been watching Luke and I go through this healthy body, healthy mind. You've also been watching us go through the PTSD. I know I don't go out and share a lot about what's going on inside. And you've caught some stuff and glimpses with Luke. Is there anything in all of this that's been going on that you've had to sort of sit down with yourself and try and sort through?
Well, with Luke, I was always worried. Always worried when he was in Pembroke and Petawawa. And then when like I was worried, so worried. I wanted to go down there. But in the back of my mind, I'm saying, what if I go down there and he just won't even have nothing to do with me? Because he was in a place that I didn't know what to expect from him. So I just talked to him on the phone as many times as I could. And that's, he seemed to be all right, but he fooled me. It's like he fooled everybody, I guess. But now look at him. And it's just amazing. It's just totally amazing, the difference. It's just, I can't put it into words what I think. I'm just happy. That's all I can say. I'm ecstatic to see him the way he is. And now I want to see you like that. I want to see you happy like that. I understand where you were working, what you had to do, forensics. You explained to me a few things, but you never go deep, eh, Shawn? You keep everything in your chest. I don't know if you talk to people about shit, but
Just my shirt.
you tell me stuff, but you keep so much back, and I respect that, because I'm kind of like that. Like, I don't tell everything, right? Everybody keeps a little bit, back, except for Luke. Luke doesn't keep anything back. He doesn't, but
That's
you
not gonna
do.
help nobody. Doesn't help nobody.
Yeah.
That's why I do. It doesn't help anybody.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So what I worry about, like, I still worry about Luke, and I still worry about you, and I still worry about Josh. I worry about Matt. And then I have the two stepdaughters, kind of like Kristen and Kayla. Kristen, not so much, but Kayla, I worry about her all the time, because, she's had a few rough years, eh? So there's a lot going on in the computer, and I hold back a lot of stuff because everybody else has got their problems, right? Everybody else have issues. There's issues with everybody. Nobody knows what everybody's carrying in their back pocket. And sometimes you just can't talk about it because it's embarrassing, maybe. Like, I don't know. But and that's why you keep quiet about certain things. I just don't like, revealing everything that I know and what I do.
Yep.
I'm kind of private that way.
Yep, I understand.
But
100%.
understand this, I am very proud of you guys, all my boys. You guys, like, you have done better than me, and you will keep on getting better, and that's a good sign. It's a good way to get older and see that. It's just,
Yeah.
makes you feel great. That I'm honest about.
Okay, so I'm supposed to transition this over to me. Mark's got some things for me here. All right, I'm going to put
Let's hear it.
myself on in the room, but I'm not supposed to dodge it the way I might otherwise. I guess this is Mark saying Shawn's supposed to open up. When
What
do these
time?
conversations stop? what does the work actually look like for me? That's a question I have to answer. Honestly, the program, the PTSD work, everything I've had going through this format as being a part of what keeps it honest. I need to say out loud what it looks like without it. Um, yeah, what does it look like for me? So, I mean, the healthy body, healthy mind challenge I've kind of embraced. So it's a small piece of what I do. The workout is just a small portion of the day. The nutrition's a bigger part. Wanting I would really love some junk food once in a while, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't have a little bit here and there, but that's just being human. Um, I keep doing the therapy, I keep digging. And the cool thing is in the conversations about finding out about your personality type. So for me, and I had a good conversation with Josh last week. I just wanted to kind of put some things together. And he's like, yeah, there's this part of he has it, I have it, and I think Luke and Matt have it as well. There's this internal drive, and the mindset I'm trying to get to is pick one mountain and climb it. Won't try and climb 15 mountains at the same time because you can't do it. And Josh is like, that's the part that amazes me. She says, Shawn, I've got drive. I'll do things to prove people wrong. I'll do things to get it done, but you just keep seeming to take things on and do them all at that same level. And his was like, I don't know how you do it. And in my own head, I don't know how I do it either. But the cure is to not always do that. There'll be a career transition. I've already talked to a couple of coworkers about that my people would say that won't let me come back, and that I've made my mind up not to go back. So that part's nice when you get that off the table instead of having to kind of keep it to yourself. Um, what else? Like, does it look like? That's just, I mean, a lot of my process is just I keep digging and probing into where I'm at and trying to recognize the toughest parts, accepting that um, there's no cure. I kind of learned that a year and a half ago with my therapist. And then a few months ago, I did a secondary assessment, and the psychiatrist kind of thought to himself out loud, well, we think there might be something we can do to cure it. So, me being me, I thought I'm going to grab onto that life preserver and I am going to swim like crazy with it and I'm going to be cured. And uh, the reality on all studies and the reality on psychologist side, my occupational therapist side, internet resources and research, and it's the same thing. And the best analogy I had was that it's like rheumatoid arthritis. Some days it'll flare up, some days it won't. What you got to do is manage it as you go forward. So that's the thing I'm supposed to accept, and I'm supposed to accept that I can't be great at everything. It's okay to be just okay at some stuff, and that drives me crazy. But that's what I've got to work on.
Just be
Can't be
normal.
super. Well, yeah. And my answer was hell no. But maybe I can just be superhuman in a couple of things and then be normal in everything else. Pretend to be Clark Kent or something. Um, what surprised me the most doing this, and I said before that it was resilience and thinking I might fizzle out. And that was the biggest concern because there's a lot of things I start because it's like a shiny object. And that drive is to become really good at it. And unfortunately, it takes me a while to figure out that I didn't really want it in the first place. And then I'm stuck with having to admit I made a mistake and I shouldn't do it. And I thought, wow, I know a healthy body is a good idea. And I know a healthy mind is a good idea. So I'm glad I hung on to those and kept pushing forward.
Mhm.
But I have learned that in my own move that therapy's showing you that it's okay to have boundaries, to not be a yes man and try to please everybody. That you don't have to be a nice man to be a good man. It's okay to have rules and boundaries and set those up and be able to say no to certain things and not want to do it. So doing that's been helpful. And now the trick is like I said earlier, picking that one mountain so I can know where to set other boundaries so I can go after that one goal or that one purpose. So that's been nice and revealing. And self-explanatory. If I'm
And he,
honest about what specifically continues after this one concrete thing, um,
dog.
kicker. I'm going to. I think I'm going to keep working out. I'm going to change it up a bit. I want to get back into some weights. I found a good program that'll let me mix body weight and weight. So I'm going to do that. Keep eating right, but balance it out with some treats here and there because that's driving me absolutely crazy. And just have that commitment to find that one goal chase instead of chasing 45 things and not really getting anywhere.
Mhm.
So those are the prompt questions for Mark. I don't know if you guys have one.
Dad, take a look at your son, not me. Does that not look like your father? Hey,
Put a mustache here.
You know what
For a
I'm
little
looking
one.
at? Hey, I'm looking at you two guys, and you guys does Josh wear glasses too? I was gonna say,
I don't know.
Pinky, who are you people? There you are. Get out of my
I
house.
only wear these so I can read. That's all I read. Put these on for.
Hey, you look like Popo.
It looks a
He was
little
a
bit like
handsome
Popo.
man. I'm not insulting you. He was a handsome man, but just see the hat and the skinny face and the fucking
Ah,
glasses.
glasses. There.
Popo?
There's a mustache. We'll grow it out.
Don't grow a mustache. It's a pain in the ass.
They are. Becky doesn't like them either.
Oh,
All right. Yeah, if you guys didn't have questions for me, I've got one question that gets shared by everybody. Uh, bu- 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 bu. Okay. Let me bring something back to all three of us. There's a thing we've all said across these episodes in different ways. One side feeds the other, and if one goes, the other follows. So we're talking about the healthy body and the Luke put it clearly last episode. It's a system or it fails. Dad, you've watched that from the outside. So I want to put a real question to all of us on this idea. So Luke, first, we all went into this in January knowing that intellectually the mind and the body work together or they don't work at all. Having done it for nearly 4 months, including all the hard stretches, do you really actually believe it? Sorry, do you actually believe it differently now than you did then?
Yes, 100%, but it's completely different. I put the mental side maybe at 20%, nutrition at 50, and the weights and the exercise at 30. I'm gonna say it's 95-5. Seriously, without the mental side, the strength of the mental side, or the happiness that coincides with the mental side, everything else falls apart. So I'm putting mental at 90, and which factors into that 5% of nutrition because you're using your mental part that it works with it. Doing the nutrition part is simple. Doing the workout part is simple. Fuels everything is the mind. I wouldn't have put it that way. I would have just put the mental part as something you try and figure out on your spare time, and everything else is all these other different things. It's to me and my experience, I'd said well, I'm not gonna say let's say 80-10-10. 100%. 80 mental, 10 physical, 10 nutrition. And that's the way I changed and the way I feel about it because when I'm in a good mindset, and you guys have seen me like within the last, let's say 6 weeks, you've seen both sides of the coin. What didn't change was the physical. What didn't change was the nutrition. That just kind of just went par for the course. What the big factor was and what dictated my day to day or my going forward was the mental side of things. So I'm going to put now that how I view mental healthy body, healthy mind, the focus should very like everything should be on the mental. It's not like, yeah, let's move on from the mental to the nutrition or move on to nutrition to physical. The mental just coincides with everything. And that's the difference I've seen and the way I've changed since thinking about this in November, December, whenever October actually we came up with this. And it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna this is the exercise I gotta do, and this is what I'm gonna eat, and blah 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 blah. And then okay, well, I'm gonna read my book a little bit, and I'm gonna do that. No, 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 no. The whole focus was on the gym and what you ate, and it was completely wrong way to do it for me. Everybody else, maybe you're different, but for me, it's a complete 180. And now I know I'll be stronger and I'll be more successful going forward if I take this approach.
Straight up fair. All right. Dad, how about you?
Well, the physical part, I couldn't do nothing, right? Because the winter was cold and snow and couldn't breathe right and all that. So like I just tried to focus on the mental part, right? Did it did well like I wanted I wanted to do exercise. I wanted to do that, but I was just too sore and I was having trouble breathing. But now at least I'm getting out now and I'm walking and I'm feeling good and it's weather's good, for me to do that. So I'll be doing that till it gets cold again. And once it gets cold, then I'm screwed. Like I just can't do it. But I like the mental part because like you start thinking about different things, right? Think about it. Actually, you start thinking about uh what you're gonna put into your body. You start thinking about how you're gonna treat your body. Uh are you gonna get off the couch? Are you gonna, you're gonna get out there, start walking, start doing this, start doing that. I don't do weights because it doesn't like I'm just too old to start doing weights. I'm 7'1", for Christ's sakes. So I just can't be bothered. Trying to figure out how to stay healthy, you know? And like once you get to be 70, 71, like I'm gonna be 72 next year. You start thinking, well, where's the end gonna be? Like, and then that kind of doesn't scare me. Like I'm not afraid. I just wonder. And I don't know if that's healthy. Uh,
Yeah.
That's normal.
I've been
yeah,
thinking of it this way, Dad. Not when's the end, is how is the end going to be?
no, I'm not worried about that because it could be anything.
No, but how like if the how meaning I can be healthy, happy, and I get to die in my sleep like like how you're supposed to go, or you can get old and be sore and worried and I should have done this, should have done that, should have done that. It's not where am I going to be. If you do it mentally, how am I going to be?
Yeah. Well, that's another thing, like with my reports from the doctor. Like my doctor told me to get hold of my blood doctor. And I already have appointments with him every year, right? But she said something about the blood work wasn't very good. But she said that the last time too, and then my Dr. Hill said, "No, it's all right. Don't worry. You don't have nothing to worry about yet."
Yeah, yeah.
So
No, but like the healthy approach to life and the mindset and stuff. Who knows how many years it's going to add. I mean, more phone calls you got to deal with this old wretch calling you for fuck's sake. The worst. I mean, the worst. Oh shit, the Habs are playing. Uh, oh shit.
no,
Oh, I appreciate it, Dad.
I think about that. I think about how it's going to end.
Yeah,
Um,
it's fair.
Hopefully it's not as painful as it goes for some people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to, like you say, look right in your sleep. That'd be beautiful.
Oh, that's how I'm going. God can give me that. He'll give me that. I know it.
Oh yeah. I'm just happy right now, guys. That's all.
That's that. I love to hear it, Dad. I love to hear it.
I just, golf's gonna start another 3, 4 months. So save
Really, it starts here in 13 days.
I just got a letter today. They said they're gonna open in May, but they don't know what day in May.
Well, I know what day we're opening, May 8th.
Yeah. Well, we usually
Nice.
go on the
Well, don't
14th
worry.
here, but
You've been up here on May 8th. Oh, don't be like, oh, you lucky bastard. Not one of you. May's gonna be awful. I'm like, we're all filling divots. I got 4 layers. I look over at Craig. I'm like, how many you guys? He's like 5. Like, you're old. I had 4 fleece, everything, gloves, pick filling divots. No, it's gonna be horrible out there. But I'm gonna have a time of my life. I love that place. They let me
well,
do it year round. I do it, but they won't.
yeah. Well, as
Oh,
long as you're
laws
happy,
and
that's all that counts.
close it and stuff. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to go somewhere else to do it. That's all. They got places all over the place, don't they?
Yeah. Got some people to help first before I take care of me.
Yeah. My dog's driving me crazy here. She won't leave me
Alright.
alone.
We are almost done. We are almost done. If I were to add to any of that, I would say my brain is thinking the same way it did when we started. That there's that mix. It is more weighted to the mental side, and I think a nice takeaway for me has been the intentionality of things. Like doing the police stuff, you just got told what to do, you went and did it. That made things easy, and then you just get into that habit of being the robot that gets told what to do. And the nice thing about being off doing other things is thinking more for myself and having some goals. Now, again, that kind of means something, and then actually working towards something, not just going through the motions. So that's pretty cool. All right. There's a little more left before we hand it off to the golfing season, which was the goal. Get through her, get to the season. We got one more episode. Hopefully we can get more of a song, go through it. I'm excited to see what Marky's got for us to close her up. Should be exciting.